Okay, hi guys. This is Danny, aka Jenny from jennyandgina.blogspot.com. Today's topics I'll be talking about first what I'm knitting, then we'll talk about what I'm spinning. We will talk about what else is there? We're going to talk about what I have stashed. Then we'll talk a little bit about what I'm wearing. Okay, so to start, what I'm knitting. So really, the only thing, I haven't really been knitting on anything lately. I haven't been knitting much lately. I've been mostly spinning lately. But I've been working on these socks forever and ever and ever. These are a chevron sock. Let me see if you can see what's going on here. So it's kind of a chevron patterned sock. The chevron goes all the way down to the heel and then down to the toe, because I like when things go all the way down to the toe. Yeah, so it's a chevron sock. It is my own pattern. Actually, I'm saying pattern, but there's not actually a pattern written anywhere. This is a pattern out of my head that's just kind of happening as it goes. I have one sock finished that has disappeared. I don't know where it is. Oh, just kidding. I have to get up. Okay, so this is the finished sock. This is sock number 1. It's totally done. It's kind of worked out a little bit weird. But anyway, so the yarn that I used is, I used 2 yarns. I used Bergere de France, Luberon, which is their sock yarn. I think it's a standard, I think it's a 70% wool, 30% acrylic, but I'm really not sure. But it has some acrylic in it, or nylon maybe? I'm not sure what's in it, but there's some synthetic in it because it's a sock yarn. And then the striped yarn, of course, is Noro Kureyon, the crayon in Japanese. It's Noro Kureyon in, I don't know, whatever colorway this is, but it has like a turquoise that didn't really end up in the sock, up to a dark purple, up to a lavender kind of purple, into a kind of muddy brownish green that I don't love, into some more green, then a gold, and then it goes into a bright yellow, and then it has a couple of other colors that didn't quite make it in there, and that won't quite make it in there. But anyway, and I have a ton left. I'm almost done with the second sock, and I have a ton left, and this was one skein. So it's really a lot of yarn. Yeah. So that is Noro Crayon sock, 70% wool, 30% nylon, color number S185. Not really interesting. So S185. There it goes. Sort of. And then, yeah, the Bergere de France Luberon, 65% worsted wool and 35% polyamide nylon. So, yeah, in Vignoble. Yeah. So, that's what I've been knitting on most recently. And, yeah, that's most of the knitting that I've been doing, really. I'm doing them on, I think, 2.5mm double points. Just some random ones I picked up in Germany. I don't even remember what the brand is, but I got a whole bunch of them because I was just knitting socks galore when I was in Europe. Because it was cold. It was really cold. Okay, so that's what I am knitting. Also, we have babies. We always have babies in our family that are being born. So I have 2 baby sweaters in the plan, at least. Well, at least 2 baby sweaters because there are 2 babies, one who was just born and one who will be born in July. So I think the one that I'm doing, there are a couple of patterns that I have in my head, and I rarely follow a pattern, but it is a baby, so I'm not sure how big they are, and I can't really try it on myself to test it out. So I'm seriously considering following a pattern, but I was thinking about it today, and it looks like I'm probably just gonna check measurements online and just make something myself. But I just want to do something really cute. I want to do something that's really stylish, that kind of looks like an adult sweater, just in baby size, and that's why I'm having trouble. So that's kind of what's on the needles and what's in my head. So what I'm spinning right now, I am spinning some fiber that I got last weekend, or this past weekend. The color is a little bit intense. I think maybe my window is too open right now. But it's a minty green color. I think this is Cotswald. It's a relatively short fiber, and I don't remember. It didn't come with a tag. And apparently I've lost mine. My little tag that I made in here. Yeah. I didn't get the fiber written down, but I think it's Cotswold. I'm going to send an email to the owner. So I got it from Three Waters Farms. I was at Carolina Fiber Festival. I'm in North Carolina, so we had a festival kind of fair called Got to Be NC, which is about North Carolina agriculture and supporting North Carolina agriculture and agriculturally based businesses such as fiber. So they had one part of the festival that was called Carolina Fiber Festival. It was really great. There were lots of really great local businesses out there. It was really nice. So anyway, I got about an ounce of this minty green. It's one of my favorite colors right now. It's very much in for the spring-summer season, but it's just kind of a minty green, really, really pretty. And yeah, so that's mostly what I'm spinning right now. This is on an Ashford drop spindle, top royal drop spindle. I think it was like 1.5 ounces. I think this spindle was 1.5 ounces. And I got it also at the Fiber Festival. I was actually a little bit upset after I got it. I got it last minute because I had gotten the fiber. I hadn't intended to buy anything, but I went ahead and got the fiber, and then I was just sitting there and I was like, I have all this fiber. I would really like to be spinning it, so I went and bought a spindle. Another spindle. It's my 4th. And I got an Ashford, and then right after I bought it, I saw that there were shacked spindles, and I prefer shacked spindles because they just snap right into place. No matter how you spin them, they just snap right into center. Anyway, so that's what I'm currently spinning. I also have a couple of other things on my spindles. I only have, I think I have all 4 of my spindles with me, but I don't know where the other one is. So, one of the things I've also been working on a little bit is my loop bump. I got a loop bullseye bump a few months ago. I got it while I was in France. And this one is a Merino Corriedale Angelina. It's 4 ounces. It's the sweet pea bump. And it is my favorite color, green. So, I'll show you the bump. This is kind of what it looks like right now. So I've done quite a bit. I've done a bit of spinning. I haven't even broken into like half of this thing. But it is, the color is better if I hold it back here. But it's still not the right color. Anyway, it was like a slightly off-white to this kind of ecru color that's coming out. It's like a cream beige almost, into like a goldenrod color, into an almost tan, like actual beige, into kind of a grassy green with Angelina kind of mixed throughout. And I was a little bit scared. I was a little bit afraid of the Angelina when I first got it because it's sparkly and I don't do a lot of sparkle. But actually it's been spinning up really nicely. The Angelina, I get like one little string of Angelina in there at a time because the singles are coming out pretty fine. If you can see, the singles are coming out rather fine, so I think I'll get about a DK weight if I two-ply it. Another Ashford Spindle. This was my very first spindle, and it's bigger and heavier, and it's fine. I think that's the only reason I'm not spinning a little bit finer is because the spindle is kind of sturdy, substantial. And I picked my fiber back up. The very first fiber that I got. Oh no, that wasn't my first spindle. That was probably my third spindle. This was my first spindle, the shacked spindle. This was my first spindle that I also got from Three Waters Farms, from Marianne at Three Waters, who I will be emailing to find out what the other fiber is, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a couple of minutes. But this one is a BFL. It's 100% BFL. It's undyed, so it's just an off-white color. This is the first fiber that I ever spun. This is literally of the first roving that I ever bought. And I started spinning it and did really badly because I didn't have any help. And then I just got back into it because I had a ton of time in France, and so it's going a lot better. It's going a lot better. Okay, now, for the last couple of things that I bought at the Carolina Fiber Festival, I haven't been stashing a whole lot lately because I came back from France broke. So, I got a couple of these little tiny balls of roving, like little knots of roving. They're about 1 ounce, I would say, but they're in gorgeous colors. This is kind of like a raspberry red or like a wine red. This is a burnt orange, kind of burnt sienna kind of orange. And this is a peachy orange. The lighter colors are not showing up very well, but the darker ones are coming pretty true. And then I also got 2 ounces of Merino bamboo silk, Tussah silk, from Tangled Up in Wool, who was also at Carolina Fiber, and it's this green color. It's more of a lime green in there, and then there are little streaks. You can see where the other fibers are, like especially where the silk is super shiny in there. And the merino, anyway, you can see the streaks of color and how the different fibers have picked up the color differently. So I really, really love that. Can't wait to spin it. I don't have a wheel and I have all of this fiber, so I've decided I can't buy any more fiber until I spin up at least 50% of what I have here. Okay? Okay, so that's it. So what I'm wearing today, I'm running out of time. What I'm wearing today, I am not wearing any knits because it was blazing hot. I could have worn some knits, but I like my little I-cord, but it didn't really go with what I was wearing today. So what I'm wearing today, I'm just wearing a linen skirt. It's a skirt that I'm wearing as a dress, which I do a lot because I wear long skirts. I have 2 belts, 2 leather belts, just holding up the top, and then defining the waist here. I'm wearing this is like a wooden bead necklace. It's like teal colored. And then a minty bracelet. This one came from Mango with a set. And then I have these 2 bracelets that are kind of Indian inspired that are from American Eagle, from when I used to work at American Eagle. What else? Oh, I was wearing I like to wear my big chunky sandals when I am wearing kind of a girly skirt, because I don't like to get too girly, and the chunky heels kind of gives it some weight instead of being in a frilly little dress. So that's it for today. I am so running out of time, coming up on my last 30 seconds. That was great. This is going to be 15 minutes. Yay! Yeah, so that's everything for today. Thanks you guys for watching. All of the shops that I've talked about and the yarns and all of that will be down in the description box. And on my page, actually they'll be down here too, at jennyandgina.blogspot.com in the notes. So, bye!